30 for 30 when I shoot. 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 Man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be reacting to Boosie turns on VLADTV over 6ix9ine, but BG just admit he testified. Boosie, you going to have to cut BG off too, or they going to say you picking and choosing, brother. I haven't heard nothing personally about BG admitting to be testifying, but if he did, that's crazy. And that's why the youth in the new school, they don't got no respect and they don't got no rules or morals, and they will tell to get out any situation because look at the niggas that they used to look up to. So it's like a lead by example type of situation, but let's see what Buddy talking about.
This may be one of the only cases of a DJ, a YouTuber, completely defeating not only a gangster rapper, but a gangster rap legend after VLADTV completely embarrassed Boosie. Now, this whole back and forth played out on social media, over social media, and Boosie has been one of Vlad's legends.
And it's crazy because y'all be wanting to prove real niggas wrong so bad. Y'all fucking hold up the championship finals MVP when a real nigga did bad.
There we guess. The chemistry, the balance between the two of them, the interviewer and the interviewee, has gained a ton of views because they just go so well. Nobody expected this beef, and the whole thing comes down to Boosie was pocket watching how much 6ix9ine got paid for an interview. Boosie hates rats, we all know it. Vlad would even come out and say Boosie didn't want to sit down for a certain interview because Charleston White was going to be there. All of this crazy anti-rat shit that everyone seems to...
Fuck ratting. I don't want to sit down with Charleston White. He be clout chasing. All he do is talk bullshit, bro. I get he trying to... Well, he used to have a message until money got involved, and then now he just does whatever to clout. Because once you start disrespecting kids, I can't respect you. So I wouldn't sit down with him, not because he a rat, but because I feel like he don't got no real morals. Like, you disrespect the dead, you disrespect kids, and I just don't agree with that personally. That could be Boosie's reason.
Support, but BG, who Boosie DM'd me about, upset after the video I did on him, BG just admitted that he testified in a grand jury against someone else.
Hey, that grand jury shit, cap, but just making shit. They don't know how that shit go. Putting your name in the mix with the grand jury shit.
I got subpoenaed. He got subpoenaed by the grand jury, you know what I'm saying? When I got my subpoena, I'm like, man, I went to my lawyer, man, I'm not going woo-woo. He like, man, if you don't go, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot duck this. Like, you got to go.
Now we're gonna take this back to the origins of the beef. Boosie wanted more money. Vlad was like, nah. Boosie tried to portray that Vlad was being cheap, when in all actuality, Vlad was already overpaying. And if he paid any more, he would have been making no profit off the situation. And he sat down with 6.
And I think Boosie was getting like 25,000 just because 6ix9ine got 50,000 for one interview, and he actually came out and said the next interview he took like 15,000. So if that's the real reason, that's stupid. You're getting 25,000 to just give your opinion. Do you get 25,000 a show? I don't know, but you're not getting 25,000 a feature. So it's like to sit down and do interviews like twice a month, 50,000 a month, like just to give my opinion. Not pocket watching. Give him 50, give him 100, give him whatever. Everybody shit or well, but I'm getting 25,000 an interview. I would have stuck with that.
6ix9ine, the cause of it all, to talk about it.
Now, I mean, the first thing is, I feel like you're the reason why a whole bunch of my guests are upset.
Yeah.
Because first Boosie had a problem.
You say you think or you know?
I know.
Yeah, I know too. No, it is what it is. So my thing is like, pocket watching fucks up a lot of shit, right? For him to pocket watch, remember, he's your boy. Like, he's been interviewing you for how many years before? No, hold on, no, wait, don't defend him. What year did he start?
Well, technically, our first interview was 20 years ago. So, but way before VLADTV, when I was doing DVDs. So 2006 was the first interview.
Came off.
Man, this is a major throwback. Look at how young Boosie and Webby both look. And that's the thing that
I actually reacted to this exact VLADTV interview. So if you do want to see my reaction to it, you can actually go back. It was like 2 weeks ago. I actually reacted to that interview itself.
surprised so many people. This isn't just something that started recently. This is a 20-year, what many people thought, friendship. But apparently it wasn't a friendship, it was strictly business for Boosie. 20 years. And because 6ix9ine got paid a little more, everything went down the drain.
He should have way more loyalty to you if it's fucking a century. You know what's a century?
It's 100 years. A decade.
No, a decade is 10 years.
Right, so 2 decades.
So 2 decades. Yeah. We were both wrong. I took facts. But listen, how many interviews would you say he do a year? 1?
Sometimes as many as 4.
4.
Yeah.
So 4 times 10.
40. I mean, he's probably done
equals
maybe
40
maybe
times
30
25. Jesus Christ. So just for you to talk, can you see that, guys?
Right, okay, but
no,
here's
wait,
the thing.
no, fuck that. Can you see that, guys? So just for him to fucking talk.
The math is mathing, and what isn't making any sense is why Boosie would walk away from this situation.
He wasn't getting 25,000 that whole time. It was built up to that. Like I said, if you watch the interview, you would see that it was built up to 25,000. But still, 25,000 is a lot of money to just give your opinion.
Situation over 6ix9ine, like it's like a pride thing. Like he got more than me, and he ratted. I can't go for that. I'm the realest in the game. You got to pay me more. And it's like, bro, you making all this money. You don't even have to go anywhere. Vlad is flying to you with his crew to interview you at your house. All you got to do is get the door, and you get a bag.
You want to do it?
No, wait. Can you? I don't give a fuck. But can you tell the world? All right, just say it.
You want to say it?
Yeah.
50,000.
So you paid me 50,000.
Right, for the first interview.
For the first interview.
And I'm not mad at 6ix9ine getting 50,000. He brings in the views. One time, you know you're gonna get, and especially at that time when Vlad did the interview, you know you're gonna get a million views. I think he had just came from jail or some shit like that. So, come on.
50,000's a bag for an interview. 50,000, and this is the thing: is so many people think like regular rappers get that kind of money. I'm not gonna name names because it's just gonna cause controversy, but no one's paying that kind of money unless you're getting millions immediately. And 6ix9ine's interview on VLADTV this year was like the biggest interview of the year. Everything went crazy viral, all the clips, all the little edits, this and that. That's why. That's
a fact, it did. I wish I had started my reaction channel when that interview came out, but I missed that one. But it definitely had a lot of memes in that interview.
He's worth that kind of bag. Even the numbers on this video, just this clip, is over 500,000. So it's like, that kind of bag is an investment. But for like the random rappers that go on Say Cheese or No Jumper or this and that, the Chicago rappers, them boys are not getting 50K, they're not getting 10K, they're not getting 5K. You know what I'm saying? Like the number you think people are.
Any K to talk and give my opinion is a win, nigga. Any K. 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, it don't matter. Any K.
Getting, they're not getting. And then you got some rappers that turned YouTubers. They're not
K Michelle though.
Getting 50K a month off YouTube. They're not getting views, they're not getting subs, they're not getting none of that shit. So a lot of y'all think these people are richer than they are because maybe this video got a certain amount of views, a music video, or maybe the blogs post them because they steady doing stupid shit and they keep themselves in the blogs, and they got the Moissanite Cartier and they got the fake chain, and you know they got all this jewelry, but they never tag a jeweler because they get the shit off fucking Temu. So my point is, y'all think people are getting more money than what they really are.
And y'all job is, y'all want to talk down on rappers and try to expose rappers. That'd never be my case. I'm gonna speak on what's real. I'm not here to down talk on niggas. Like that's the problem. Like y'all get on here and y'all got the clout now. You know what I mean? People come to you to listen to you. They take your opinion. You don't gotta talk down on niggas, bro. Niggas do what they do. As a man, you gonna do what you do. I don't care. I'm just here to talk about the shit that's in the news, the music you make. Whatever you do personally, that's on you. If it's working, it's working. What works for you, works for you. Remember that.
And then you see somebody who's really getting a bag because they bring the results that's wanted by the channel. Me and Vlad have been locked in the same price. I never asked for more because the thing is, I don't make my money off of interviews. I make my money off my own channel. Now, if I have to, you know, when I went to New York and sat down with Vlad flew me to New York and I got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? He took care of the flight, etc. Everything was good. But as far as like, if we do a remote interview, all I have to do is just go to the studio. sit down, I get paid. I never ask for more because there's power in a relationship like that. As many interviews as me and Vlad have done, I now consider him an actual friend. I can call Vlad at whatever time and he's gonna pick up, and vice versa. I can ask for advice on shit and he's just giving me free game on other situations. So I'd actually consider him a friend. But when it comes to the money, I don't make my money off of interviews. I don't need it.
And that's fire. Sometimes game is worth more than money. Money is money. Money's gonna be here. The game, people don't give you the game every day. People will gatekeep the game. So, like I said, the game is worth more than money, for real. I'll take, if 1090 Jake wanna give me game or give me $2,000, $3,000 to do it, I'll take the game, bro. Because once you get the game, you can make millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
Charge $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Because what's gonna happen is once I do this interview with Vlad, it puts my name in the algorithm, and all I need to do is stay consistent on my channel and I get my bag. That is my return. Not having to charge more because 6ix9ine got paid 50 bands. But again, this gets interesting because Vlad talks about the relationship that they had, and I believe he thought they were truly friends, and now it seems like they're almost beefing and shit's just gone down the fucking drain, and Vlad was given no choice but to prove his point.
Now look, like, for example, if you would have told me 6 months ago that me and Boosie are gonna get into it, and 90% of the people are gonna take my side in this overall situation, I would have said that will never happen in my lifetime.
That's a fact. I think a lot of people didn't expect that. Once Boosie put out the initial message and made,
I definitely didn't expect that. I'm like, I know like their 1-2 punch. People say what they say about Vlad. People say what they say about Boosie, but them together, that shit was entertaining. Like Tony Yayo and Vlad's entertaining. Ari Spears and Vlad was entertaining. Vlad has good chemistry with people, but somehow business gets involved and shit doesn't end up well.
Vlad appeared cheap. And once Vlad came with the fucking facts, everyone was like, oh nah, Boosie wildin'. You acted like it was only 5,000 more, but really he's showing you how much he been paying, and then he's showing you what the numbers are doing and how the value has technically decreased, and he'd be going under the table at that point. He'd be making less money. He wouldn't be profiting. It would be costing him money just to put you on his channel. All that for nothing.
Because Boosie has such a big following and a history and so forth.
You give him too much credit.
But listen, when I came through and laid out all the truth and laid out all the facts, and Boosie's follow-up wasn't Vlad's lying, those aren't the numbers, he's not to, he said, yeah, he was giving me 25 and I felt I should, deserve 35.
But just think about that, 25, 6, 7, 8 times a year. And it's been 7 months and I haven't done an interview and I asked for 35. That's why we feel we couldn't come to an agreement.
Boosie over the years, pay increase went up or down?
I feel like that's crazy. 30, bro.
Up.
I can't side with Boosie because, like I said, 25,000, bro. Like, the fuck? Do you get 25,000 a feature? 25,000? I know in certain places down south, you're probably getting 25,000 a show, but everywhere you're not getting 25,000 a show. So it's just like, come on.
6ix9ine, who was your best guest on your platform with the most views, his pay grade went up or down?
Down, but there's a reason for it. But can I say the reason?
Now there's a reason.
No. Can I say the reason? No. Can I say the reason though?
Why?
And academics talked about this also.
Yeah.
People's first interviews are usually their biggest.
Okay, so why didn't hold on. So why didn't I use that as leverage against you?
That's a fact too, because when I did my first interview, I'm not talking about with Lockdown 23-1. Shout out to Josh. That was the first interview I ever did, period. It ever got on YouTube. But aside from that, I waited. And my first interview was on No Jumper, and I think it's like almost 7 million views. Like my interview did bigger than King Von's, which was crazy. Like I said, 4 years ago, the 1090 Jake interview, 6.8 million views.
Yeah, that's crazy because he was a mystery. People wanted to know, who's this guy? He's blood, he's a white boy, da-da-da. You was a mystery. People definitely wanted to know about you, for sure.
But at this point, I think we can all agree and understand the situation. Boosie was upset because 6ix9ine, who everyone knows is a rat, was making more money than he was. But this is my thing. I covered the BG story like 2 years ago. I got a lot of blowback for that situation, right? I heard the story. They said he, whatever, somebody was supposed to take the fall. But then after he took the
I think I heard that story too.
fall. He didn't want to take the fall anymore, and he was accusing everyone of snitching, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Just like the Gucci Mane situation, everybody came up with an excuse for BG. I've never received more death threats over any other video than the one on BG, right?
Niggas down south don't play about BG.
Basically was told I'm banned from New Orleans, this and that, all this crazy ass shit. BG himself never responded. I was in contact with BG's mans trying to interview BG. I would have went to Arizona or whatever the fuck the halfway house was and sat in front of BG so we could have this conversation and figure it out. Cause I'm not making shit up. I'm reading the fucking paperwork. I didn't write the paperwork. I'm reading the paperwork, right? Well, BG just did an interview admitting.
Yeah, that's one thing that he do, and he read the paperwork. People be mad because he's reading the paperwork. Like, he's not making the shit up, but it's just like they're ready to kill the messenger for real.
He testified in a grand jury, and Boosie hasn't said a fuck thing about it. But Boosie was one of the first ones to jump in my DM telling me to correct some shit that I didn't do. I didn't go in the grand jury. BG did.
That grand jury shit, cap, but nigga just making shit up. They don't know how that shit go. Nigga putting your name in the mix with the grand jury shit. Like, what that just some shit that niggas don't know. Cause that nigga dog face nigga, that nigga was a fan of you, and then I see this nigga, that shit be fucking me up, bro. So I ain't known that, bro. But man, you sometimes.
Nah, what he just did right there was copped a whole lot of pleas just to ask a fucking question. Hey, bro, is the grand jury shit true? Because I seen somebody else talking about that shit, and I'm not on that shit. And homie, just ask. Just straight up ask. What's up with the grand jury accusations? We saw.
Everybody ain't blunt like that. He tried to soften the punch a little bit, but to each his own.
Paperwork came out. What is it? You don't have to cop all them pleas like he's gonna take your face off right there on camera. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gotta act. I understand trying to be respectful, but you can respectfully just ask a question instead of trying to be like, yo, bro, I don't mean nothing crazy, but you know, cause I feel like he's making this shit like you already picking a side. Just wait for the truth.
You know what I'm saying? I be like, man,
if
fuck
niggas
that.
a real federal nigga, you know what I'm saying, and then a nigga, you know, really been in the system and really know how the system work and really know, you know what I'm saying, how that shit go, then nigga understand, you know what I'm saying, because I got.
Please tell me, right? Anyone who's watching this video, out of everything that just came out of his mouth in response to that, tell me what the fuck that means. You ever heard somebody be like, yeah, you said a whole lot of
that ass? I'm lost. That ass too. That he said that, I'm like, what did he say? I'm lost too. Word.
Nothing. I don't know what the fuck I just heard, bro.
A subpoena, you know what I'm saying, by the me and my nigga Blunt, we got subpoena by the grand jury, you know what I'm saying, because a nigga mentioned our name because, you know, nigga was in the car with us, you know, when he went to jail and shit, right? So, you know, when I got my subpoena, I'm like, man, I went to my lawyer, man, I'm not going woo. He like, man, if you don't go, you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot duck this. Like, you got to go. You know what I mean? He would, like, just go in there and plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? On, you know, whatever they ask you, if they ask you this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you answer whatever, but you cannot not go. You know?
All right, so right there, he just went against himself. He says he got a subpoena. A subpoena is a court order in which you're required to show up. If you don't show up, they send out a warrant and take you to jail. That's a fact. Now, he said his lawyer told him either go in there and plead the fifth, which is you plead the fifth. You don't want to say anything because it could potentially be used against you. You could incriminate yourself. And in that case, you don't say shit. But then he's like, the lawyer said, you know, if they ask you questions, just answer whatever they ask. Those are two different things. When you go to a grand jury and plead the fifth, that actually has to get accepted. It can be accepted or denied. It's not just a choice that you have. It has to get approved, right? But then he says, if they ask you questions, you got to answer the questions. So in that case, you're testifying in front of a grand jury.
I'm saying, because if you don't go, like, you automatically guilty. You are going to jail.
Automatically guilty, right? If we was out here and a nigga did that, how you would look at yourself from the perspective of what you did?
Now that's a respectable question. Less stuttering, less beating around the bush. He's saying if someone else did that, if someone else testified to a grand jury to avoid going to jail, how would you look at them? Because realistically, when someone snitches, what's on the line?
That's a good question. Like, everybody got an opinion, but nigga, what would you do? Like, everybody got an opinion, but everybody ain't willing to put themselves in them shoes. But I feel like if you out there doing what you do, nigga, just take the time, nigga. You did the crime, take the time, nigga. Get a lawyer, try to fight it, and whatever comes with it, comes with it. It's no need to talk about nothing. You did the shit. I don't want to hear this nigga fucked my bitch and this nigga backdoored me and this nigga shorted me on some money, nigga. That's what the streets come with. The streets are done. Don't get in the streets. But if you're gonna get in the streets, this is what comes with the streets, bro. All of this comes with the streets. So you got to be prepared for that and ready for the consequences. I say don't get in the streets. The streets are done. But if you're going to get in the streets, nigga, this is what it comes with. Y'all see the shit on the internet every day. Niggas getting life. Fulio's killers getting life. Niggas going, Pee Wee Longway going, bro, so many niggas going down. Y'all see this shit, for example. Y'all saying niggas to Gunna told, Thug told, this nigga told. Y'all see what's going on. So be realistic. The streets are done. But if you're getting in the streets, this is what comes with it. These are the consequences. Be ready for the consequences or don't get in the streets.
You either snitch or go to jail or snitch or go to prison, right? You're avoiding the same fucking thing. So if you get told, hey, you need to come to court and tell us what the fuck happened and you're going to jail, and you do it to avoid going to jail, what would you call that? So let's hear BG's response.
Wait, say that again.
Like if you didn't did that and another nigga did that, how you would look at that nigga? Like,
I mean,
now that I have to do it, that's what I'm saying.
That I understand, like, yeah, I know how it go.
Right.
So you know, if you get subpoenaed by the grand jury,
it's a must. That's how that shit go.
But if you don't understand it, would you be on the same side as the people that?
So when you got on that stand, did you lie or did you tell the truth? Or just take the extra time? What is it, a year? But y'all know what this shit comes with. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. The streets are done, man.
See it the way they see it.
If you don't,
that's a good question.
If you don't understand it,
it looks suspect.
Yeah, I could. You know what I'm saying? I can see niggas like, oh man, that ain't gonna.
But the real is the real. You gotta understand.
No, the real is the real. Right.
Like, I got you. Know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean. Bro, like niggas who been to the feds, like niggas who know how the system work, like niggas who know, like niggas know what's happening, man. When them, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so my question for this is why
he not saying nothing. Like, you know what's happening. No. Did you get on the stand and point that man out and tell on that man? That's it. Like, did you tell or not? Everybody trying to make different definitions of telling. Did you tell or not? That's it. It's no different definitions. Either you told or you didn't, and that's it, bro.
Didn't he go in there and plead the fifth? Why did he testify and answer the questions? Because if we want to look at it, we'll go over to my video from 2 years ago, the story of BG testifying on a fall man, right? We go to 2 minutes and 52 seconds. In addition, both Christopher Dorsey, that's BG, and Darian Blunt would testify that Dorsey was driving, Blunt was in the front passenger seat, and Washington was in the back seat. Washington was allegedly the fall man that accused BG of snitching. Both individuals, meaning BG and Darian Blunt, would testify that they were unaware there was a firearm in the vehicle. They would both confirm that the firearm was Washington's, that Washington admitted to officers that the firearm was his and that he had obtained the firearm from his girlfriend, right? The whole thing with this is,
damn, so you snitched on a girlfriend?
Washington would come back.
Damn, why y'all had to put the girl in the...
saying, that ain't my gun. That wasn't my gun. I'm not taking the rap for that gun. But BG already testified in front of a grand jury that it was his. And he said it was his. What do you call that? Boosie, what do you call that? And then some more paperwork, someone would tell BG to get someone else out of jail.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a shaky situation. The fall guy, then you testify on the fall guy. That's crazy. I wouldn't have said nothing, nigga. We already came to that agreement that you was taking a rap. I wouldn't have said nothing. I plead the fifth, like he said, whatever time, 6 months, a year, whatever, nigga. Fuck.
So that they could sign an affidavit stating the guns were his. BG believed that if they signed the affidavit taking the responsibility for the guns, the charges against them would be dismissed. So they were trying to pin the gun on somebody, and they tried to get somebody to sign a paper saying the guns was theirs, but that's not how it played out. BG went in there and testified and said, yeah, that was his gun. And this is why I don't go for nothing anymore, because at the end of the day, there's always a rapper who you can find that's picked a favorite rat. At the end of the fucking day, someone's picked someone, or someone has picked a side in which they're like, nah, he didn't rat, that doesn't count, this and that, whatever, right? If BG was supposed to have a fall man, cool. This shit didn't fucking work. BG walked into a federal grand jury because he didn't want to go to jail, and he testified that the gun was someone else's so that he wouldn't go down for the shit. He did it to save himself at the end of the fucking day. Boosie and Vlad fell out because Boosie wanted more money because 6ix9ine, who he looks at as a stone cold rat, was making a bigger bag than him. But when this interview just dropped of BG admitting he testified to a grand federal jury against somebody else, Boosie hasn't said a fuck thing. Crazy. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090J.
Because I'm pretty sure Boosie probably hit that nigga personally. He left that off the internet because them niggas is real friends. Other niggas, they not real friends, so you could talk about it. Well, I wouldn't talk about it personally, so he feel comfortable like he could talk about 6ix9ine. He don't know him. But I'm pretty sure he probably hit BG up like, yo, what's this, da-da-da. They probably talked about it. But like he said, everybody picking their favorite rat. Everybody picking and choosing. And the streets are done. That's what I'm saying. Like, just don't get in the streets. Like, finish school. Get your credit right. Look into getting businesses, good jobs, like, because the streets are done, bro. Like, every day is some new fuck shit going on, and I would just keep saying, stay out the streets. Like, this shit is done, bro. But BG honestly just admitted what he did, so we'll see if Boosie commented on it, but he's not making $25,000 an interview no more, which sucks. And nigga, I'm mad at him for that because I don't think he's getting that a show or for a verse in certain places. So I don't know, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's Mr. 30. I'm out.